Hello my friends, thanks for stopping by. I hope you're all having a great day. Today I'm going to do a comparison video for you, and I thought I would go ahead and apply the polishes, and then I'm going to come back in 7 to 10 days and let you know the wear and tear of them, because these are the gel nail polishes that you do not need the light to cure them with. So I thought, well, I'm going to give this a try because some of them are very expensive. So the brands that I have for you today is the CND Vinulux, and I have this one here is a weekly polish, and it is said to last 7 days without chipping. And then I bought a drugstore one, and this is the Sally Hansen. And like I said, no light is needed for these, and they're supposed to have easier removal, okay? Because with the gel ones that they use the light to set them with, you have to soak your fingernails with acetone, which is so bad for us. It is so bad. And these are supposed to be able to remove easier, okay? So we have a Sally Hansen, and Sally Hansen's is a two-step process, and the Vinulux by CND is also a two-step process. And then we have the OPI Infinite Shine 2. This is a three-step process. This one has a base coat, a primer, a top coat, and the nail color. Where the Sally Hansen has no base coat is used with this polish, and you have a top coat. And then the Vinulux, there is only a top coat with it to seal it in. No base coat is used with this product. Now with the Vinulux, you are supposed to do a light buffing of the fingernail. This is what the girl in the professional store told me. It's a light buffing with a very, very fine grade file. We are not filing away ridges or anything like that. We are just taking off the shine of the nail, and it says you will get better wear out of the Vinulux with that. So let's get started. So I'm going to just buff down this fingernail lightly. We're just taking off the shine, okay? So that will be the Vinulux. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to stick with the burgundy, because then I'm going to wear these around like this for a couple of weeks, so nobody will really notice if I stay in the burgundy of all of them, because I bought blue in 2 of them. All right, so I'm just going to give this a good shake, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to apply this polish. It has a very nice brush, and I'm just going to put a little drop of it on. I've got too much on the brush, so I'm going to go ahead and polish this nail. It's got very good coverage for 1 coat, but we're going to put 2 coats of it on. Okay, so there is 1 coat of the Vinulux. Now I'm going to put that aside here, and for the Sally Hansen, I'm going to give it a shake. And now this one doesn't say to buff the nail down. Oh, this one says gives up to 14 days, but we're only going to go for 7. Maybe I'll go the 14, who knows. Apply 2 coats of Miracle Gel color to clean, dry nails. No base coat is needed. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and we are going to apply the Sally Hansen. Now this one has a very large flat brush, and I'm gonna go ahead and apply that. You get more coverage out of this brush, but make sure you don't have too much on or you're gonna be all over your fingernails. Okay, I don't like this brush, I'll tell you right now. I don't like the fat brushes. Okay, so I have put 1 coat of that on. Goes on easily, smooth, no problems. Now the OPI Infinite Shine, you have to use their primer, okay? So this is the primer that I'm going to apply to this finger. And I'm choosing my fingers on, I'm not going to do a thumb because I think my fingers get more activity. So I'm going to go ahead and apply this base coat, and OPI has your standard brush. Put the primer on. Make sure you get it all the way down to the sides. No cheating. We don't want okay, so the base coat is on. Now I'm going to come back and I'm going to put another coat of the Vinulux on. And again, you don't want to have too much on the brush because then it gets carried away. So the Vinulux, we're going to go ahead and just sweep down the center, flatten your brush, and then we're going to get very close to the edges. Same on the other side. We want to go all the way on the edges. This is a pretty color, isn't it? Nice color. All right, goes on very nice, very nice. All right, so now we're going to move over to the Sally Hansen and we're going to put our second coat of this on. This is a humongous brush. Boy, if you have little fingernails, this polish is not going to work for you. Let's take some of that off of there because the brush is so huge. So I'm going to put my brush down. It gives you a really wide sweep though, but I still prefer a narrow brush. Okay, so I've got 2 coats of that one on. We'll close that up. And now I'm going to put on, and I'm using, this is called Stick to Your Burgundies in the OPI. I'm gonna open this one up and we will put this one on over the primer. Remember, you don't need a lot of polish on the brush. Am I in the frame? Well, you can't see me, but I can't polish my nails any other way. So I'm just going to put a streak, and then I'm going to edge it along the side and make sure I get all of the nail covered. And this goes on nicely too. Very nice. The application of all of them is nice, okay? All right, so we only have 1 coat on this, so we have to come back and do a coat. So I'm gonna leave that be. And now we're going to put our top coat on for the CND. And, excuse me. All right, so this is going to cure our nail polish. Okay, so I'm just going to apply this straight down all the way to the edge. Make sure you cover all of the nail surface that you have polish on, because if you don't, it's not going to work because you need this top coat to help it. Okay, great shine when it's wet. Let's see what it looks like when it dries down. And we are going to move forward to the Sally Hansen now, their top coat. And again, this big old ugly brush. I don't like this. Many of you probably do, but I don't like this. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and apply this. And the big brush does allow you to cover more ground, but you have to be more careful with it. If you get too much on it, you're gonna make a mess. All right, so we are done with those 2. I have to put another coat of the OPI on. So I'm going to go ahead and lay the brush down, apply my first streak down the center, and I am going to guide it down slowly. And then I'm just going to smooth it out a little bit. Okay, so we have that one all done. And I'm just going to give it a second to dry here, and then we will put our top coat over it. All right, I like this blue. This blue is Rhythm of the Blues, Rhythm of the Blues. I think this is one of the newer ones that came out. I also believe the burgundy is also, but I like them both, so I got them. All right, so now let's go ahead and put our top coat on our polish. And you want to make sure you get a good... Okay, now this one has a little... It's okay, yep. See, this is the thing. Now I would buy, if I liked this polish, because the burgundy transfers to this, it's going to change the color of that formula. So I would this would be designated to only my burgundy and dark polishes, so that it didn't change the color of any light polishes that I might like in this brand. That's just a little tip for you, okay? All right, so there we go. We have them all polished up. The color in CND is called Dark Lava. And in Sally Hansen, this is called Mad Woman. And then again, this one is called Stick to Your Burgundies in the OPI. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to wear these for, I'll probably give them 10 days because we're going to Florida and I'm doing this video and I timed it for 10 days. So I'm going to go about my business, act like I normally do, and see how these polishes hold up. And then we'll also do the removal process. All right? All right, my friends, so I am back. It is 7 days later. I decided that 7 days was enough to show you the performance of these nail polishes. And again, I will remind you the CND was on this finger, the Sally Hansen Miracle Gel was on this finger, and the OPI Infinite Shine 2 was on this finger. Now, during the week, I have to let you know, because if you're a woman that does not clean your own house or have your hands in water a lot, or if you're just not that active with your hands, you may have a better result than me. But I am very active with my hands. You all know that I cook, I clean my own house, I go outside and play around in the yard, I take the garbage out, I do all kinds of things. And so I really am hard on my polishes. But I can tell you, within 4 days, the Sally Hansen had chipped, and I'm hoping that you can all really see the performance of these. This one here, okay, let's start with the CND. It has its natural wear away from the nail edge, which is not really that big a deal because all polishes will wear slightly off of the edge. There are no chips here, but there is one small chip here, and the shine does dull out. However, I must say that any nicks you see in the polish is because my fingernails weren't quite dry and I hit them on something. But I like brushed them against my clothing or something. The Sally Hansen has chipped terribly along the edge, and I think if I gave it its full, this one was 14 days, and I think if I gave it the full 14 days, it would be even chipped worse. It seems that for me, the OPI Infinite Shine performed the best. There are no chips at all in it. It still has a little bit of its shine, and it did wear slightly away from the edge of the nail. So I think for these at home, for a very active woman, your number one choice is going to be the OPI Infinite Shine 2. And remember, these are gel polishes that do not need to be cured with a light system. These are Miracle Gel, this is the CND Vinulux, and the OPI, and these are all gel polishes. They're considered weekly wear polishes and up to 14 days. The Vinulux says 7 days, so this one performed pretty well except for the chip here. The Infinite Shine, I believe, is a 10-day, and it has held up really, really well. The one that claims that it lasts up to 14 days performed the worst for me. Again, take into consideration how active your life is with your hands, and you will be able to make a better choice then. If you're someone who's not active with your hands at all, I'm sure any of these would perform well. Now for me, these ranged about $10, so I'm imagining they would be anywhere from $16 to $20 for you to purchase. The Sally Hansen, I bought the set, I believe, for $9 at Target. And again, when you're buying the Vinulux, you have to buy its top coat and a polish of your choice. And for the OPI, these, I believe, I want to say these, how much were these for me? I think they were between $7 and $9 for me. So again, $18 to $20 for you. And again, you have to buy the base coat and the shine top coat for the OPI. For the Miracle Gel, you are only using a top coat with no base coat. As you are with the Vinulux, you only use a top coat, no base coat with this at all. So that is my test of the at-home gel polishes. And I really do think that if you're someone who doesn't really do a lot with your hands, these polishes, no matter which one you choose, are going to perform really, really well for you. So if you'll just leave a comment under the, let's say, the nail series videos, you know, I'm going to select somebody within the next couple of weeks who will win one of these. There'll be 3 winners. One will win the Sally Hansen, one the CND, and one the OPI. And I'm just going to randomly pick who gets what. That's just the easiest way for me to do it. So let us know in the comments if you have tried any of these, how active you are in your lifestyle with your hands. And, you know, you may be helping someone out. I want to separate these because I don't want to give the ones that I used away. Okay, so yeah, in the comments, let us know how your how these have worked out for you. So now I thought I would do the test of how they remove, because they're supposed to remove much easier than the cured gel formulas. So I'm just going to take my nail polish remover and I'm just going to place it on the CND polish and I'm going to let it soak for a minute. And then I'm going to sweep down, and only a little came off, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and really work this pad. That's why I like these pads that have that gauze fixture over them, because I think they really, really help to get the polish off. So when I'm taking off polish, especially when I have a dark color, my preferred method is to hold it, soak it, and slide it down off the nail, because then you don't deposit all of that color around the nail. So that one removed with a little elbow grease, pretty good. So I'm going to take another cotton swab and I'm going to do the same thing, take some of my makeup remover, my nail remover, and I'm going to hold it over the Sally Hansen for just a minute, and then I'm going to go ahead and sweep down with it. And this one removes much easier, but then again, it also had the worst wear of all of them. So I'm going to turn it around and just go ahead and slide that down, and it pretty much has removed itself in a couple swipes. Okay? So there's that one. Now let's go ahead and do the OPI, and I'm going to hold the cotton so that it covers the whole nail with the nail polish remover. Hold it there for a second, and then with pressure I'm going to pull it down, and it's going to remove just like the CND. So I'm going to give it a little bit of a friction across, but I'm not taking it onto the skin, and then I'm going to sweep down with it. And within a couple of swipes, it's also off. So I think that's pretty good. And why I like these is, even though there's not as much damage to the nail as there are with acrylic nails, there is still a little bit of damage done to the nail with the gel. Not on the operator's part, but when they start to chip at home, you'll find people picking at them, and because it's adhered to the nail so well, you're doing some damage. And they do have to, any salon that I have seen them using the gels, there is a light buffing that goes on to remove it. And I don't know, well, my biggest complaint with them, my friends, is the acetone nail polish remover that has to be soaked onto the nails. Acetone nail polish remover, and someone asked me this in a comment, and you know, I would have to research it a little bit more to answer the question that was presented to me. But I will tell you that acetone is not good for us. It's not good to inhale. It's not good to put on your skin. All right, so no acetone comes into my home. Like I said, I keep this Zoya remover, but I pour my non-acetone polish removers inside it because I love the container. So that is it. That is my little demonstration comparison of the gel formulas. If I can find any more of them, maybe I would, you know, hold them up against the OPI, which perform the best. I did buy a beautiful blue for myself, and I may wear this for, you know, on all of my hands and just see how it performs, and then share that with you down the road on my blog or something like that. If you're not following my blog, you should, because I have made it my New Year's resolution to really be more active on my blog and perhaps doing different things that I don't do on my YouTube channel. and we'll just see how it goes. But anyway, thanks for stopping by. Don't forget, subscribe. We're anti-aging here. Be happy, healthy, beautiful, and most of all, my friends, lovable. This part of the video may look different from the first part of the video because I'm using my old camera because we are leaving for Florida this afternoon, and I have already packed up my other camera. I take it with me in case I want to bring you on a trip with me in Florida. Anyway, I'm babbling, so I'm going to go. Be sure in the comments to leave your results with the gel at home, not the ones you cure with a light. We all know those stay on forever. But let us know what your experience with any of the products that I'm showing you today has been. All right? I love you all. Bisous.